You might think the Morehead Planetarium only would feature stars in the sky, but Saturday was a chance to look at a different group of stars in the world of Lego construction. Members of the state Lego users group displayed their creations for the public free of charge. Each display represented months, or in the case of the Star Wars table, years of work. An 11-year-old boy made this metallic dragon. Lego artists also created trains, towns, and amusement parks. Creator of these forest castle scenes, Cindy Bradham, says Legos have taken over her life.
I love them. Really, like crazy. I have so many Legos. I don't have room for them in my house anymore. I have so many of them, and I can't stop buying them.
Organizers say more than 1,000 people came to see the Lego art. Some visitors even made creations of their own. This was the third annual Lego-Palooza, and organizers hope to have it again next year.
Some UNC students say Guilford College administrators should call last month's racially motivated fight a hate crime. Students rallied to that cause Friday in the pit. It all started when 3 Palestinian students reported they were attacked on January 19th by members of the Guilford College football team. The Palestinian students also say they were taunted with racial slurs and called terrorists. Protest organizer Haley Koch says UNC students need to stand up for what's right.
So we felt that it was important for someone to make a stand and say, we understand that this is not an isolated incident at Guilford. We understand that this speaks to discrimination and harassment that people face across our communities and across the country.
UNC students plan to send a petition to Guilford College administrators urging them to conduct a thorough and complete investigation of the incident. February is Black History Month, and to kick off the celebration, one of UNC's sororities held a mock sit-in Thursday. Members of Alpha Kappa Alpha passed out handbills about the 1960s Greensboro sit-in as a way to mark the 47th anniversary of the historic event. Sorority members sat quietly as students walked into the dining hall to grab a bite to eat. Sorority member Chantel Andrews says it's important for us to remember the early days of the civil rights movement.
Had they not done what they did, we wouldn't have the opportunity to go to a predominantly white university.
The sit-in was a learning experience for students from different backgrounds. Several students took the opportunity to talk about the actions of a different group of college students nearly 50 years ago. The Chapel Hill Public Arts Commission is hosting its third Black History Month exhibit. The exhibit draws crowds with displays of local residents, including the Franklin Street Flower Ladies and their contributions to the town's Black history. Local NAACP Vice President Eugene Farrar says the exhibit is a good way for locals to learn about our history.
I really think it's an awesome exhibit. It really exemplifies what we do in Chapel Hill to be an example for other small towns and communities to join in with us in celebrating Black History Month.
Chapel Hill residents donated memorabilia to the growing exhibit. It will be open through March 16th.
Throughout February, we'll be highlighting Blacks who have made important contributions to our area. First up, George Moses Horton. Most students know little about Horton except that one South Campus dorm now bears his name. Horton was the first African American to publish a book in the South and the first slave to protest his situation in writing. He was a permanent fixture on campus, selling his poetry to students. UNC freshman Alyssa Leach says Horton's contribution to Black society has helped pave the way for students of color.
To read and write has taught me to persevere through all types of discrimination.
Hinton James North is renamed after Horton, who taught himself to read and write. For more about Horton and his poetry, visit Wilson Library or our website, carolinaweek.org.
And we're joined now by weathercaster Jonathan O.
How you doing?
Hey, Johnny O. Johnny O, it is still cold outside. What's going on?
It is going to stay cold for the next few days. If you thought that last week was bad, it's going to even get worse with the snow last week and an Arctic blast. This week, are scarves and sweaters and jackets going to be warm enough to keep us warm, or will we need the coffee and hot chocolate to build up the body heat? I'll let you know when we come back.